Hello and what's up guys. In this video we have a shocking political twist coming straight from Lagos. Obasa was impeached, but now Tinubu wants him back. Yes, you heard that right. The same lawmakers who removed him are now being told to reinstate him. But why? What's really going on behind the scenes? Stick around as we break it all down. So here is the deal. 3 weeks ago, Mudashiru Obasa was kicked out as Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly. The reason? Allegations of corruption and abuse of office. His own colleagues said enough is enough and replaced him with Mojisola Meranda. But guess what? Obasa never accepted it. He still calls himself the speaker and even refused to leave the official residence. Now, we've seen politicians fight to hold on to power, but this is next level. Now, here is where things get even crazier. Over the weekend, President Bola Tinubu reportedly sent a clear directive to Lagos lawmakers: bring Obasa back, not permanently, but just for a short period before he resigns on his own terms. A senior Lagos politician told reporters, "We have agreed to let him come back to give him a soft landing." But hold on, what type of soft landing are we talking about here? And why is Tinubu so involved in this? Well, according to insiders, Tinubu wasn't happy that Obasa was removed without his approval. Imagine, he had to find out from the news like everyone else. That didn't sit well with him. Plus, let's be honest, Lagos is Tinubu's political stronghold. He calls the shots, and if someone is getting removed, he wants to have the final say. But now, everyone is on board with this plan. Some lawmakers who push for Obasa's impeachment are now worried. They are saying, if we let him come back, what stops him from coming after us? One lawmaker put it bluntly, bringing him back is like trying to pacify a snake after severing its head. Its venom will be super deadly. That's a chilling warning. So, will Obasa return as speaker, only to turn against the lawmakers who voted him out? That's the million-dollar question. To settle this once and for all, Tinubu has called a crucial meeting in Abuja on Monday, the 3rd of February 2025. Lagos lawmakers, APC party leaders, and top political figures will all be there. And let's be real, this isn't going to be a debate. This is Tinubu saying, here is what is happening, and you all better fall in line. And let's not forget, almost all lawmakers in the Lagos Assembly are APC members. If Tinubu wants something done, it is happening. But here is another twist. Obasa's replacement, Mojisola Meranda, has not been able to move into the speaker's residence. Why? Because Obasa refused to leave. He claims he's just removing his personal belongings. But let's be honest, he's still holding onto power. But if you think this story couldn't get crazier, wait till you hear this. Obasa is now saying that his impeachment was illegal because lawmaker uses a fake mess. For those who don't know, the mess is a symbol of authority in the assembly. Without it, no official decision can be made. Obasa claims that before traveling to the US, he hid the 2 official messes. But lawmakers fired back, saying, no, we used an old mess from the previous assembly building. So, Obasa's argument completely dismissed. Now, let's talk about First Lady Remi Tinubu. According to sources, she reportedly blocked the EFCC from arresting Obasa over fraud allegation. However, allegations into his use of public funds may still continue. Could her influence be one of the reasons Tinubu is pushing for Obasa's return? That remains unclear. But one thing is certain, this is not just about Obasa. There is a bigger political game at play. So, what's the final move? Well, report says that Obasa has already met with Governor Sanwo-olu to finalize his reinstatement. It could happen as early as next week. But not everyone is happy. One politician said, some lawmakers are furious, but they won't resist the president, who is also the party leader. At this point, it looks like Obasa's return is almost certain. But the real question is, will he actually step down later, or is he planning a major comeback? Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Obasa should be reinstated, or do you believe this is just a political manipulation at its finest? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more breaking news updates. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next big story. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
Let's talk about the former Speaker of Lagos State, Obasa. It's been trending because there is an alleged, story that is trending right now that the president of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wants him to be reinstated as the Lagos State Speaker because he would not move out of the Lagos, out of the Speaker's lodge. And, controversies have been, all around this. But one thing for me, in as much as I believe so much in political settlement, you would have heard me in situations where I have suggested, political settlement to solve certain crises. But honestly, I don't think this is one of it for me. Because the president on his own is an executive. And we are talking about the state legislature. So if the Lagos State House of Assembly found him guilty to impeach him, so why would the executive, that is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say that they should reinstate him? I think this is going to be a big blow on the Nigerian democracy. Yes, I understand that this has to do with APC and their internal crisis, but we are talking about democracy. We are talking about the executive and the legislature that are supposed to be individual bodies without interference from each party. But how exactly will this play out? Let's see how it goes in a couple of hours to go.
When he says he remains the speaker, and on what grounds is he saying that? Is he wrongly removed, or what exactly is going on? Or is this all politics? There are 40 seats. The law says two-third is 26. We understand about minimum of 35 people removed him from office. Mr. Oshoma, give us an understanding. Was or were the lawmakers right to have removed him? Were they justified, legally speaking, in the eye of the law?
Yeah, Shehu, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Happy New Year. You see, when I listened to Obasa, the man they said is a lawyer. I know he's a lawyer. I expected, when you say there are constitutional provisions, I expected him to cite the constitutional provisions that were breached. But I didn't hear him cite any. He said there are constitutions, there are laws. Like you said, there are 40 members. And what the law required, I will get to that law now, is two-thirds. And Section 92 of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, actually established the office of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, and that section also spells out how the Speaker shall be removed from office. And please permit me quickly, because of time, to read. Section 92, subsection 1 says, there shall be a Speaker and a Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly, who shall be elected by the members of the House from amongst themselves. Subsection 2 says the Speaker or Deputy Speaker of the House of Assembly shall vacate his office if he ceases to be a member of the House of Assembly otherwise than by reason of the dissolution of the House. B, when the House first sits after the dissolution of the House. Or C, which is the important one here, if he is removed from office by a resolution of the House of Assembly by the votes of not less than two-thirds majority of the members of the House. That is all that the Constitution requires. They don't need to have any reason. In the first place, there was no reason to elect a speaker. They, amongst themselves, by virtue of Section 92, subsection 1, elect one among themselves who shall be first among equals. By reason of Section 92, subsection 2, paragraph C, if they deem fit by resolution of the House, supported by two-thirds members, to remove the said speaker, they don't have to give anybody any reason. And if you look at the motion that was tabled on the House that day, I have also taken time to dig into this. There was nowhere impeachment was used by either the letter, the honorable member who moved the motion, and the one that supported the motion. So when you talk about 40 members and the two-thirds of 40 members is, I think, about 26 or so. And so if you have 35, between 35 and 37, that's more than two-thirds. And so when 35 members, let's assume 35 members, because Ireland is 37, when you have 35 members of a State House of Assembly out of 40 by a resolution voting to remove a speaker, whether it is a mess that had not been used. The fact that there is a maze, the sergeant at arm brought the maze into the house, and it's immaterial. Or the reasons are immaterial. So really, I think politicians should learn to know that, office is transient. Power is transient. It will come and it will go someday. Also, another thing that legally we should avert our mind to, you don't have to be present. You must not be in the house to be removed. You can be there, you might not be there. I also want to also believe that as an astute politician, that the former speaker probably got wind of the fact that this was coming, and so he stylishly excused himself from the house and then now turned around to say he wasn't around and that he ought to be around. There is nowhere in either the constitution which supersedes even their rule that states that you must be around to be removed. And so if you look at all of the gamut of the law, either case law, either statute, there is nowhere that states that the speaker, there must be a reason to remove a speaker. I have not heard any, and the former speaker also didn't cite any constitutional provision. So as it stands today, legally speaking, the former speaker ceased to hold office as Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, and he's still a member of the House of Assembly.
So let's get it clear. So you're saying, from your experience and knowledge of law, everything that was necessary to remove Obasa was done. The number of lawmakers necessary to move the motion were present. The constitution of the House in terms of quorum was achieved, and the numbers that were needed to remove him was achieved. The law also, because when we discussed this, when we had this conversation, I wasn't very sure about whether there was a reason that the law gives a reason for you to remove a speaker of the house, either at the Senate or House of Reps or even at the House of Assembly. But eventually, in my research, I discovered that maybe the lawmakers do not need any reason to remove one of their own as a presiding officer, which you have established tonight. Now, in all of this, it does look to me that it might be political. The man was not there. He said he shut out his colleagues or his supporters. The other allegation was that there were allegations against him. He made that clear, and they did not substantiate those allegations on the basis of fair hearing, which is very fundamental to law. Can you remove someone whom you have alleged on the basis of the allegation? You remove him without allowing him to defend himself. Is it fair?
The issue of fair hearing, it will come up when he's being tried for a criminal offense. The criminal allegations levied against him are not, issues that the House can ordinarily investigate. They can look into it. When a committee is set up to look into that matter, then certainly the House will invite him to hear his side of the story. Unlike the impeachment of a governor or a deputy governor, as spelled out in section 188, where a resolution, a committee is set up, and then the defense of the governor, the deputy governor, is also received by the House. But in this case, the Constitution in section 92 says that the House, by a resolution, he didn't say that when there's allegation of misconduct against him. Allegations of misconduct can be, he's still a member of the House, he can be investigated independently. Secondly, also, the Supreme Court only stated that the business of the House must be conducted in the place meant for the conduct of the business. Had it been this sitting took place outside the chambers, then you can say that the business of the assembly was not conducted in the place statutorily meant for that for the assembly to sit. But in this case, the business took place in the hallowed chambers of the Lagos State House of Assembly. The issue, allegations of misconduct, can be investigated by security operatives, can be investigated even by a committee set up by the House. But basically, what I'm concerned about is this provision of section 92. It did not state that there shall be a reason. The by resolution, they can appoint one among them to be speaker. By that same resolution, they can decide to remove that same person. And once that happens, that is the position of our laws. And once that happens, that speaker stands removed. And so the next issue of fair hearing, we'll now begin to discuss fair hearing. Yes, in this case, it is good to give him fair hearing when there are allegations of financial proprietary. A committee for that purpose will be set up by the House, whether by their ethics privileges committee to look into it, or by the security committee, by the EFCC, or by the police. We've seen former members and former speakers removed, and they're invited to the EFCC. But like I said, he's still a member of the House. But on the position of speakership, it is not a personal estate that the speaker can decide to say, yes, I remain a speaker at my beck and call. No, there are laws, like he rightly stated, there are constitutional provisions that must be followed. And the question is, has that provision been followed? Yes, the provisions have been followed. Is the speaker still a speaker? No, the answer is a clear no. He's no longer a speaker. So let's leave sentiment aside.